welcome back. This is going to be Public Tea Podcast, where the tea is public. And today I have a special guest with me, Brianna. As y'all know, in the last video, I talked to Jay. This is his soon-to-be wife, and we're doing a girls' talk today. So we really just going to be talking about how life's been as a single mother, relationships, and just what girls be talking about. It's Mother's Day weekend, and yeah, so we're going to get into it. How's life been for you lately?
It's been life-ing, girl.
Life been life.
It's just an obstacle ride. You hit one thing, you punch one thing, and then boom, something happens, and then back in the same cycle. But we're getting through it.
Mother's Day is tomorrow, and your mother. Happy Mother's Day to you.
You too.
And so, how was your pregnancy journey? How had, before you even got engaged and all that, how was life for you as a single mother?
It was so hard, girl. And it's not for the weak. And I didn't realize how much moms go through. But until I went through it by myself and I experienced it firsthand, I was just like, shit, this is hard. This is real hard. But there's one thing I will always say, and I always say to everybody. Yes, I got pregnant at a young age because I was 18 and pregnant. I had him at 19. It was definitely hard for it being my age because my life definitely did change. But I will never regret my son because he has changed me to a whole different person that I'm thankful for. Because without him, I'd probably be a whole different girl.
That's funny because I was saying the same thing the other day. If my son wouldn't have came, I probably would have been wild.
We would have been in the street too.
Because it was already looking kind of wild without him. I know it would have been worse.
I agree, dude. That's how it was for me.
In your pregnancy journey, did you have any complications or anything?
I did. So, not many know, but I have an ovarian cyst. And it's kind of like a tumor, but not cancerous. I had that when I was pregnant with him, and I found out I had it when I was pregnant with him. That caused me a lot of pain. I tell you, I was in pain. I couldn't even walk or do nothing. And then with his dad and everything, I had my own stuff going on. Dad was not the best, but it's okay because I did the damn thing.
I did that. Okay.
I did the damn thing, and my kid is well taken care of, and I'm so super proud of that about myself. I did have a few complications, but I pushed through it like a soldier. It's all you can do because whatever you do when you're pregnant, there's not much you can do.
Exactly. I definitely agree with you on that. You are engaged and you're in your 20s. How is that for you? Did you ever see yourself getting married?
Ooh, tea. So, no. I never, when I went through what I went through with Easton's dad, I never sought to get married. I didn't think about it. I was just like, nope, I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to stay single.
Focus on me.
Yes, and I didn't ever expect it. I honestly didn't expect it with Jay. I didn't expect it so soon. I really didn't. I really didn't.
And why is that?
Well, because we've known each other for 5 years. We've known each other since high school. I was this little cheerleader. He was a little basketball player. But
that's the dream right there.
It is. It really is. It's a good story to tell our future kids. But it was just like me having trust issues, working through personal problems that I had going on in my life. And I just didn't expect it with him because I know he had his own thing going on. And I didn't really expect him to be hubby material at first because he was a party boy. And he liked that life. He loved that life, actually. He loved that life. You know, and I'm not the type of girl to party all the time. I'm very chill, vibe. I like drinking every now and then, but I'm not heavy on it. I focus on the little things more than I do, go out party every weekend, be in the club, shaking my ass and stuff like that. That's just not...
It's not something every weekend I would want to do.
Being a mom definitely changes your point of view on that.
Exactly. For some it don't. Some people still love to do the same thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I definitely feel you on that because I was like, a lot of stuff I was like, I gotta chill out on. I can't be out just drinking and... You gotta put yourself first. Yeah. That's for sure, girl.
And that's exactly what I was thinking about when me and him got together and he had asked me to be his wife. I was like, are we sure? Is this what we really want? Because I knew I was ready. I've always been the type of girl, I know what I want, I'm gonna get it. I didn't know if he was sincerely ready. Even though he was asking me, I didn't know if he was really ready because I didn't know if he knew or if I even knew the ups and downs of being married and what it can bring. Because people don't talk about that. It's hard. It's hard being engaged. It's hard being married because you go through trials and tribulations. Like, there's the highs and lows. And especially the lows, you gotta learn how to work it together. And
exactly. That's why I'm saying in your 20s, it's a little bit different because you don't have all that knowledge that somebody in their 40s would be getting married.
Definitely.
I was wondering, how is that for her? Because I always thought, I don't want to get married. But now that I'm currently talking to somebody, I can kind of see it. And then it's like introducing your child. How did that go with that? Was it something you wanted to do off the bat, or was it?
See, since me and Jason had like a track record, I was iffy because I had my heart broken a few times. I did date a few guys before I went with Jason, and there was like one dude that brought around my kid, and I instantly regretted it because it didn't end up working out, and I didn't want my kid to be like, well, mommy bringing different dudes around and stuff like that, and I didn't want that for my kid. When Jacob came in the picture, I was scared, but he did know what the deal was and where I was at with my child. One night I did invite him over at the apartment. He still was asleep. He still was asleep, but he did see him, and it just gave me like a kind of comforting feeling. That's when I kind of knew maybe I'll slowly progress my way to working him into Easton's life. But it went pretty well. Easton and him instantly bonded, which was a good green flag for me because I was like, I hope this goes well because he's already really attached to him. That's his dad, though.
I think that's the scary part with being a single mom and actually stepping out of your comfort zone today because it's like you never know. And then if it don't work out, now it's like my child, he wants to see you every day now, like he's used to you. I think that's the main part that's me like heartbreaking. But yeah, I definitely feel you on that.
Yeah, definitely.
I did have a good question to ask y'all, but I'm very forgetful, so I did have to write it down. But how do you feel about Jay having girlfriends?
Well, it just depends. I met a few of his girlfriends, and if you like, some of them I'll be like, I fuck with you. You're great. Like, I trust you around my man. It's because, like, it depends on their vibe with him, and I see how you're vibing. And if you feel threatened by my presence, I know it's a red flag. But you, for instance, I absolutely fell in love with you. And like y'all have like that strong connection, and I just love that because it's like you're not somebody I have to like worry about.
Exactly.
It's not per se him that I worry about. It's more of like I know how females be trifling.
They do be trifling. They be behind your back trying to take your man.
They do.
Can't even take him to the dumpster. They all in the dumpster looking for him.
And they smile on your face, pretend they really love y'all's relationship. And you the ones that overcompliment you. It really
yes.
do.
Now that is a major red flag. Or they always want to be around when your man is around.
Yes.
I know you wanted something.
I guess it just depends. Like I'm a very observant person. I read body language. However you're acting towards my man, and best believe I'm gonna tell my man something after we eat because. Not gonna get on to him about the time. Listen, I don't like this. And he's usually really respectful about it too. And he'll tell me what it is and what it ain't. And that's what I love, is that he's very open and honest. He'll tell me what it is and what it ain't, and he'll put me in my place sometimes. Because sometimes
love that. I love a man that puts you in your place.
Well,
There's something about that.
You just know that like girls can be a little oversensitive or dramatic.
I definitely feel you on that. I always wondered though about that as well because I was like,
he does have a lot of.
He does. Even for me, I was always the girl best friend. Hold on now. He's talking about we about to go hang out with so I don't even know her. No, I don't want to be in the mix with no other females. But I like that. I really do love Bree because she definitely brought out something different in my friend. He is in love. Y'all know, don't play with it. What's the craziest thing you've done? In a relationship, specifically.
Where I'm pissed off crazy or
just what you feel is like crazy. Oh, I overdid myself because I had those times where I'd be like, I ain't have to do all that.
I had a good reason because this man cheated on me.
And that's always a good reason. Flash out.
Girl, let me tell you, we're gonna call him
Colts. We using the.
So this is what I'm talking about, like my past relationship before I got with Jason. This is the tea.
What's the tea?
So me and Jason were talking, but he was out in the club with girls and they were doing their little thing all over his Snapchat and stuff. So I said, all right. petty game. I was petty. My mind was not right back then. I said, all right. So I hit up the guy that's been hitting me up. Girl had options at the time.
So which one?
So Colt came in my life, and I should have known this man was a red flag. He was a walking red flag, but I'm Delulu sometimes.
We
Girl
all
math.
have them Delulu stages.
Girl math. But
It is what it is.
But he came, he would stay the night with me almost every night, and he would leave. One time he left one night, and he went to these little big parties that are in Midland, and come to find out he didn't come home all night. And I was wondering, where you at? I'm blowing this man's phone up. Excuse me, where you at? I'm over here at home with my child, and you're out fucking around. I'm not dumb. Girls have great intuition. I had that gut feeling. Something ain't right. To find out the next morning, he texted me, and he's like, I'm coming to get my stuff. And I said, all right, come get your stuff. See what happens. He doesn't pull up till 6 in the afternoon. Meanwhile, I've been crying. I was crying, I was heartbroken. Because I was like, you were around my kid, you wasted my time. I didn't play about that. Lesson learned. He came to pick up his stuff. I was getting ready because I was in a rock and rodeo. Many of you don't know, that's a little country bar in Midland. And I was getting ready, and he was like, I'm pulling up. And I said, bet. Meanwhile, I had packed all this man's stuff. I had packed all his stuff, right, in trash bags and everything. I said, you're going to go into the trash.
You gotta go.
You garbage. Hope pulls up, whatever, do or not. I'm getting his stuff down the stairs because I lived on the 3rd story at the time. And let me tell you, I should have never did that. But I had an idea. As soon as I got to the last floor, I sure as hell did kick all his shit down the stairs, threw out all his clothes, ripped up some of his clothes, broke some of his stuff, took his cologne. I gave it to my dad, by the way, because fuck you, you ain't finna smell good for nobody. I gave it to my dad. That was a cop for him. That Versace. I sure did. I threw all his stuff, and while I'm taking his stuff, pushing it down, he comes to walk up. He has whole hickeys all over his neck. I said, you're trifling. Get out my face. Bye-bye. I made him pick up all his stuff off that stairs. I should have thrown all that stuff.
As he should. Because don't play with it.
Mm-mm.
And then you're going to come back to my crib with all the hickeys on your neck.
That's
Disrespectful. Respectful.
You know,
I definitely don't play.
Yes, girl.
But that definitely reminds me of one of the times with my baby dad. Because I had him do it the same way, talking about, oh, I'm about to pick you up some roses. Mind y'all, it's like 3 and 4 o'clock in the morning. Where is you going to go get some flowers? Girl, he never showed up. I was texting him like, where you at? Where you at? Because it was getting later and later. He was supposed to be over at like 10 o'clock. It was like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and he was like, oh. I was like, oh, this nigga think I'm dumb. Y'all, as soon as this nigga walked through the door, I turned his ass every way but loose. Every way but loose. Because don't play in my face. 4 o'clock in the morning. Ain't nobody open.
That's
selling it.
Say no. The audacity.
It's the audacity for me, y'all. Because I don't know. I don't play that.
Like I always say, don't play with me, play with your mama.
Find somebody else to play with. Because I got plenty of stuff to do. But playing with you is not one of them. But moving on from that.
Let's see, girl. Let's see. Have you ever had like a trifling friend try to hit on your man in front of you?
I had a few girls.
Really? Really? How'd that go?
Me personally, I've always been the girl that's like, I don't know, I don't think I ever truly loved a man enough to want to fight over him. So I never really, you gonna play in my face, cool, you cut, like that's it. Anybody I'm gonna hit up is gonna be the one that I'll fuck with the longest. If you've been my friend for a very long time and I see you going behind my back about the same nigga I'm messing with, I'm definitely like cutting you off and I don't have shit to say. But I have plenty of friends in the past and I didn't even know until that person came up and told me, like, oh, so-and-so said that you this, that you that, but they trying to hit on me, they trying to fuck with me now. What the fuck? Like, I had so many friends, and I'm talking about long time best friends. People I known since elementary, since junior high, like, I was just like, girl, but I've always been set up like that. Like, I never had a true, live, real friend that was like completely 100% loyal the whole way. It's always something dirty going on behind my back.
Shit, you got me.
Because Brianna, I definitely feel the vibes. And then we both single moms. We both have a son. Like, it's just, It's just like that. We just click. Ain't nobody got time to play with y'all ass for real.
No.
But what about you?
About friends? Oh, girl, plenty too. Plenty too, and I ended up fighting him. Best believe I.
Bring it active.
No, because it's about the respect. It's not about the man. It was about the respect. I've known you for long. You're gonna respect me. And if you don't respect me like I respect you, then I'm gonna make your ass respect me by whooping your ass.
I feel you though. I don't know.
Sometimes it's not worth it.
It don't be worth it. I always got in fights eventually, but for me, I'm just like, I just don't be having the energy, y'all.
Yeah.
And that shit hurts more when you just when you cut somebody just straight the fuck off. I'm talking about no talking about it, no nothing. Like the silence hurts more. Cause it's just like you're dead to me, and that's how I be treating people. Like, bitch, you're dead. Like, I don't even know you exist anymore. And I just got that vibe, anyways, that you're gonna love it here and you're gonna miss it if you do lose it. It's just, it's your loss. It's just your loss. But I feel you on that, cause there do be some trifling ass friends.
That be the quote of the day. You gonna miss it eventually.
You is gonna miss it. You're gonna love it.
Like always that one ex that text you 3 years later down the road. I miss you. How have you been? Boy, get the fuck out of my face. Or a she. Your best friend, best friend. Like, girl, get out.
We're definitely not cool no more. And once you're cut, you're cut. I might be cool with you, but I still don't like you.
Yeah.
Long story short.
Period.
It is what it is. What JTB saying? Fuck the old days? Yeah, because fuck the old days. We ain't even on that no more. It is what it is.
No, for real. Girl, I forgot to mention the other day. It's so funny because Jacob went out the other night, not too long ago, because it was Elias's birthday. I don't know who that is. That's the queen. That's Jacob's cousin. He's a queen. Okay?
Okay, don't play with him. I do know who that is.
We call him Queen Thea. That's what we call him. Anyways, it was his little birthday. They were having a little get together. I wasn't feeling well. Jason went with, his close sister, and he called home to tell me that some girl comes to ask his sister, is he really engaged? Like, girl, do you not see the ring on your finger? I already put a ring on it.
Well, I just don't be trying to look for a friend.
Girl, she kept trying. I said, I'm glad I was there.
Cause stuff like that, now you about to get dragged. Cause you about to disrespect me in front of my face.
Mm-hmm.
And you seen the post. Ain't no joke about this shit.
I know, like we're all over social media. It is.
She was definitely being messy though. But that's one thing about Odessa. That's one thing about it. Are you from Odessa or Midland?
No, girl, I'm from Midland. That's why I'm a different breed.
We don't know, but people be saying like Mid-Odessa, like we not too far apart. And I grew up in basically Odessa. She grew up in basically Midland. Midland, I feel like is a little bit more chill, but Odessa is definitely messy as fuck. It's a messy ass. It's so messy.
I be trying to fight people for real.
Really? That's why I was like, I'm so glad I had.
They're just so disrespectful. So disrespectful. They don't know boundaries at all.
I already know.
It is not hidden that I'm engaged. Whoever doesn't know JB, they better figure it out.
Go ahead and do your background, because
he's just known. And so if he's known and I'm all over his page, then you know me. You know about me.
Exactly.
It was just, I was ready. I was ready to fight, girl. I was just like, and I was ranting to him. I was like, that's stupid.
It be like that sometimes though, because but this one I ain't playing about this one. I usually play about dudes, but I don't know, y'all.
No, once you find that perfect, you vibe differently with them, you don't want nobody to have access to that.
Exactly.
It almost becomes selfish. You become selfish with that person, but then you take a step back and realize they're just for you, so why act that way?
Exactly.
And it took me a while.
And what's meant for you is for you.
Mm-hmm.
Can't nobody take that away from you.
It took me a while, and that's exactly the lesson I had to learn with that. He was still outgrowing, overcoming the party fees and stuff, and I had to find patience within that trial and tribulation because that was hard. It was not easy because I'm on a different level, but you're still down there. It took me a while. Do I stay or do I go? Because it's just gonna change or it's not gonna change. We had those discussions, and that's what marriage is about. Is you gotta sacrifice some things, especially when you have a kid, because he's a stepdad now. That's his dada.
Give it up for the stepdaddies.
Period. I give y'all kudos because I know it ain't. I know it's not easy.
It's definitely not easy, and that's what my main thing was too. Like, did I want to put somebody else through that? And it's not really bad to say, but a dude who don't have kids, it's just a different ballgame than a dude who actually does.
Because they have to learn.
Exactly. Because they're not used to it. But some dudes, they be having like nephews and stuff, but that's still not the same. Like, to actually be like with somebody who has a kid, because it's like they're gonna be around majority of the time.
And it's so crazy because like y'all kind of grow together and y'all kind of learn how to parent together, and I feel like that's what brings y'all in more closer is that because he was your first child, mine was my first child. I'm still learning how to parent. It's not easy. Like whoever says they know how to be a parent is crazy because that's a lie. We all know it's a lie. It doesn't
But you
matter.
you got those moms who think they got everything down pat. Nobody has nothing down pat. And although this may be our first kids, it's like I'm just telling you now. It's just not like all butterflies and like no.
It's okay to admit it's not like easy. It's okay to admit that you're wrong for doing certain things or you should have done this differently. That's what being a parent's about. It's about learning and bettering yourself for that child.
I definitely agree with you. What's some advice you would give to girls that are looking to date in their early 20s with kids? What's some advice you would give to them?
I definitely would say take your time. The questions that you don't feel comfortable with asking, you definitely need to ask those because those boundaries need to be set. Be passionate because I feel like us as single moms, we're so closed off. And it's hard not to be closed off because we want to be closed off so they don't have that easy access to us, especially when we got kids. You don't play about your kids. Mama bears, we don't play.
We don't play.
It's just more so of like take your time, be passionate, ask those uncomfortable questions because communication is key. It fixes everything. It really does. And if you set your standards, your boundaries, that man's gonna respect you. He's gonna know what it is and what he needs to not do. He's gonna observe you. The right one will observe you and know what you like and what you don't like. And I'm not saying men will figure it out on their own because us women do need to partake in expressing what we like and what we don't like. But a real man is going to observe what you like and what you don't like.
That's just sad. I love that though, because everything she said is definitely true. Definitely take your time. Definitely don't rush into trying to get into a relationship because that's when shit be fucking up the most. And you definitely don't want to bring the wrong man into your child's life, especially for boys.
Yes.
And girls too, actually. I'm going to say both. But for me, to not have like his biological father in his life and to get another man to do that, it's just different. But boys definitely need their fathers just like girls need their fathers too, but for boys it's just something different. This dude is going to be around your child. He's going to be teaching your child how to grow into the man he needs to be. It's definitely important with boys that you make sure you bring the right man into your home, especially a godly one. Them godly ones, let me tell you. That's another subject. But them godly ones is definitely, those are the ones you definitely want to keep close to you because
Because some of them be toxic as hell.
And they not godly. They just playing godly in a devil in disguise.
Girl, those be the worst toxic ones. They be the worst toxic ones.
I'm gonna agree with her on that one because I recently had stopped talking to a dude and I met him on Instagram.
Oh, not Instagram, girl.
Instagram. We're gonna call him. What should we call him?
PJ.
We're gonna call his ass PJ. We're gonna call him PJ. PJ hit me up on Instagram and he said he been watching my page for a while. Mind you, this man is so fine. I'm talking about the neck tats, light skin, just so fine. And I was like, ooh. I was like, that's the one right there. That's the one. And so, he came down. He says, I used to stay in Dallas. I don't stay in Dallas, but he came down here, took a trip down here. And my son was actually around when he came because he ended up coming like in the middle of the night because it was like a 5-hour drive. And he just kind of did it on some like, oh, I'm going to just come down and see you. So I was like, okay, cool. And this is one of the red flags, y'all. So my son did meet him. I couldn't like just talk to my son outside. He came over. I had my son with me. And my son just instantly like grabbed onto him. So I was like, oh, like this is good. Not everybody that your kid grab onto is not good. Let me just say that. Your kid just friendly sometimes. My baby just friendly. So, I mean, he grabbed onto him and I was like, this should be like really good. Eventually, my son, he goes to his Nana house on the weekend, so I did take him to his Nana house, and I spent some time with the dude who came to see me, PJ. And yeah, I mean, it was a cool little get together. He ends up leaving, going back to Dallas. We both agreed we had a fun time. And if y'all don't know, I do dress, I wouldn't say basically naked, but I like to dress. I be on city girl stuff. Like, I do dress like how I dress, and that's just how I love to dress. It has nothing to do with me wanting to show out for anybody. I just love dressing how I dress. But that was a problem to him. And when I say y'all, he made it just horrible. Oh my gosh. You're gonna go out in that outfit. Just made it horrible. And I'm like, you seen my Instagram. If anybody pull up my Instagram, you gonna see some ass cheeks on there. It's just it's bound to happen. I like to have my booty shirts on.
One thing I hate about that is I hate insecure men. If you can't be with the bad girl, don't get with her.
Don't do
You
it.
can't handle it because that's what's gonna happen. You just gotta be confident that she's yours. Like,
Exactly.
my man be hyping me up. He be getting me dressed. He be showing me outfits. Like today, he put me on.
And I do love the fit. Y'all see it. Don't play with her. But that's the thing about, you got some dudes who are godly, you got some dudes who pretend to be godly, and it wasn't even the fact that he had a problem with how I was dressing, because I'm like, I can change that any day. That's not nothing to just put on something. I stay covered up majority of the times, but when I do go out, I do like to have on an exclusive fit, whether it's showing something or not. As long as it's bad as hell, we gotta go. That's what I was just trying to explain to him, but he took that to a whole nother level, y'all, and he turned everything like around. This is not what a godly man would say to a woman. You gotta watch out for them godly men, because I love them to death, but some of them don't be godly, they be fake godly. Definitely gotta watch out for them. But moving on, Bree.
Am I the only mom that doesn't want to be around her kid on Mother's Day? I want to be taken out. I want to out. All this hard work I'm putting in shit.
Yeah, you definitely not the only one. Cause
I know plenty of moms can relate. They don't understand. And some moms are going to be pissed that I just said that. But you know, it's fine because it's like,
y'all can pretend all y'all want. Y'all can pretend all y'all want. I don't be wanting to break from your kid. But that's right there, it be mandatory. Because
I want sleep. I want some wine. I want to go out to eat or something.
I want to get killed and just let it be all about me. Cause yeah,
like, shower me, baby. I did all this hard work.
I got until 3 o'clock tomorrow. I'm definitely gonna enjoy myself and I'm gonna sleep in. That's what my plan is for Mother's Day, because it's definitely needed. I barely get any sleep still. Cause whoever said 1-year-olds be already sleeping through the night is a motherfucking lie. My baby has not slept through the night at all. Hopefully that happens soon, but yeah.
I went through the same thing. And I just got him a queen bed, and he sleeps like an angel now, and he's 2, about to be 3.
Oh wow.
So
I'm like, maybe
make
that's
it
what
a
I need
queen
to.
bed.
Because he loves my bed, and he takes over the whole bed.
See, and it be like, it gives him a comfort feeling because it's just like they're sleeping in your bed. That's how I feel. I feel like that was the case with my son because he would always be sleeping with me before Jake got in the picture. He would always be asleep in my bed because I had separation anxiety too. And a lot of people don't talk about that, but I had very much bad separation anxiety from my kids. And I didn't know how to handle being away from him. Even if he was across the room, I would still be waking up 4 times throughout the night just to make sure he's breathing or he's good. Because you just go through that.
That's what I was like, I know for me it's definitely going to be hard once I actually do decide to get his own bed, but I'll be by myself, so I like him sleeping in my bed, but there's some nights where he's like kicking me in my damn bag, and I'm like, I don't think we should be in the bed together right now. Cause
I promise you won't regret it. It might be hard for a couple nights, but you're going to be like, wow, this actually is kind of nice because I forgot what it was like to be like by myself. You need that reminder sometimes.
I definitely feel you. How was the whole transition with him getting to the bed by himself? As a single mom, were you already talking to Jason at the time, whenever?
Jason was saying, he was telling me, no, he needs to get his own bed. He can't be sleeping with us. And I was like, we got our house and everything. He had his own room finally, because I used to share a room with my child. And that was hard because I would be waking up, checking on him. He wasn't doing a good transitioning into the house. He was like waking up, waking up, waking up. He would not sleep in his toddler bed because that's what we had him at first. He did not like it. And girl, let me tell you, those toddler beds are so uncomfortable. It feels like they're laying on plastic.
Really?
It's not nice. Not
I was
nice.
looking at the ones that sit on the floor and it has like a little gate on it, but it's like on the floor.
But get him like a twin bed with like an actual mattress instead of getting him a toddler bed, because the toddler beds that they make them out of is so cheap and so comfortable. No wonder why they don't sleep on those, because who would? I wouldn't. I wouldn't. I would. He would look at me crazy. What did you just put me in? And I would look at him like, I'm so sorry. Then we eventually got my bed, put it in his room, and he slept like an angel after that. I was just like, this is all we needed. And it was so hard because me and Jacob would be arguing every night because he wouldn't sleep. We were just overstimulated, so flustered because he would not sleep. He would come to the room eventually and scream his lungs out. And it was just hard. It was a hard transition. It's not easy. It's not easy.
I can
But
definitely see that.
But
So how was that for you, like, in the dating stage and your kid wakes up?
well, alone time with your man, that was the hardest. That was the freaking hardest because especially because we used to share a room at that time when I was living at that apartment, and when he would come stay the night, and you know how it goes down. It was just so awkward because you two sometimes would wake up and it was just so awkward. Nobody talks about that, but it's just so awkward seeing your child stare at you while you. But when we were in the house and stuff, like it was a lot easier. It was hard because he wasn't adjusting well, but he eventually got used to it and it was just great. Like after that, happy.
Really?
It was just happy.
I'm still going through the phase where I'm like, sometimes I just be having to tell you might as well just go ahead and go. Because my baby ain't going to sleep. If we ain't about to get no alone time, so you might as well just.
It gets frustrating.
It does. It really does.
Is there anything else you want to spill the tea on? Summer, you got some more questions for me? What you want to know? What else you want to know? Because I'm ready.
I believe that was everything.
All your questions.
I believe that was everything. I think that was everything, y'all. I enjoyed Miss Bree here with me today. If y'all have any other questions in the future for us, let us know, and we'll get back on the Girls Talk Part 2. That is going to be all, y'all. I'm going to call that Dunzo. Thank you again, Bree, for coming on. I definitely enjoyed you, girl. So, y'all already know, tap into the next episode, Public Tea, where the tea is public.